This time?
Yay!
Yay! All right. Okay, so first of all, does anybody have any questions, anything they're stuck on or need help with? Kim, what's going on, Kim?
I'm not stuck. I was just, I'm gonna make a request. I was in the products this morning and I'm trying to compete with Holly for number of products on my page, it seems like. But when I go in to search for a product, it'll find it, but I noticed that there's all the ones that I've done and then deleted the book because I was just testing something to see. And all of those show up in that long list, and it's just going to keep getting longer of products.
Your deleted can you show me? You mean just on your dashboard in your product library?
Yes, in my on my dashboard when you go to products,
Uh-huh. Here, why don't hold on, let me do enable
yeah.
that if you can show me.
Alrighty, just a second here.
Those tools. Okay, try now.
It's I'm recording a YouTube, well, not recording, I'm editing a YouTube video at the same time. So
That's not going to take all your processing power at once.
yeah,
At all.
what are the odds? Am I, hang on, share? Yeah, you're gonna see that screen, but that's okay because I can just share. All right, can you see that?
Yep.
That's the video, but
Yay.
yeah. All right, so I'm going here to products right here.
Uh-huh.
Open that up, and I was looking for the particular one that I'm editing. I'm changing, so I just went craft party, and that's great. And it'll pull it up, right? But when
Right.
I just go to the product library, hang on, where the heck was it now? Oh, to search. Where was I was searching? It was like 5 minutes ago.
That's how it always goes, right?
Sure. Yeah. Um, anyway, it pulled up everything. It showed all my products. Well, maybe I'm in the dashboard. Let's try that. No, recent products. Yeah, it's not taking all my power at all.
That's
Folders, that's great. Anyway, you get a drop-down list
uh-huh.
somewhere.
So it's staying in your drop-down list or staying on your hold light?
Yeah, see, I had some other, like I've got a bunch here. I test a lot of things, of course,
Right.
because I'm like, hey, I wonder what will happen if that's just my nature, right? And then I'm like,
Right.
oh, I don't really need that. And I delete the book. So it's gone from my dash, like from my pictures here, and it doesn't clutter up my mind. But then when I click on, oh, I know what it is, my list. Don't look at, oh,
Oh, you
hang on.
found the bug trying to
It's
show me
on my
another bug.
list. And I can't show you that because it's recording and this has got people's emails and stuff. But
Right.
in the list, there's a drop-down menu for products, and it doesn't delete the name of the book that it was making. I was like, do you know what I
From
mean?
that drop-down menu.
From
Okay.
that drop-down menu, right? When I'm looking at my list, trying to figure out, okay,
Okay.
who bought what?
Right. Okay.
So if you could make it magically happen, that would be great. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I was just like, that's a bit confusing because it's got gardening, and I don't do anything with gardening. It was just I was checking some books, pulled up some products to play around in, and then it had these books, and I thought, oh, well, I don't need them. I deleted them off my page, and then when I went today to
Yeah.
check who had bought something, I was like, wait, why is that book there? I don't like. That's just going
Yeah.
to get longer and
Sounds
longer.
like they maybe just never included that step as part of the delete process. It's like,
Yeah,
I can't
that's
do it, but I know a guy, so I'll let them know.
all right.
Okay.
Never hurts to
Got
ask,
it.
right?
On the other hand, for those people who are new and they think, oh, I deleted it. Oh no, that would be a great way for them to be able to get it
I
back.
don't know if I don't know if it actually still exists. It's just the name of it.
Oh,
I'm not still sharing
Right.
my screen, am I?
Right. No, they're that, yeah.
Yeah, you
Probably
I
just
are.
am.
that list isn't getting updated.
Okay, and I gotta figure out where you guys are. Zoom.
Yeah, the
Janine
product.
can kick you off.
Yes, I
If you
can.
don't mind, I can't see it. I've got too many tabs open. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
There. Thank
Ta-da!
you.
Oh, we both did it at the same time. Look
Magic.
at that. Awesome. Okay. So, does anybody else have any questions or anything going on? Stuck on anything? Beth, have we met before?
Hey, no, we haven't.
How's it going? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so today on Mondays, what we usually do is kind of just an introductory walkthrough of Pagewheel after, we answer immediate questions of things people are stuck on. Um, are you stuck on anything? Is there something you particularly like to see? Would you like to tell us what you do and what you're using Pagewheel for? I totally put people on the spot. I'm not picking on you.
Is the Amazon thing up and running and rocking and rolling? I haven't even looked lately, and I've been out of town for a week. So
Hold on. Hold on. Let me copy this resource for you. Oh, what did I just do? There was an issue with product images, and I believe that is finally fixed now as far as getting them onto the sales page through the workflow. So here's the knowledge base. In the chat is a link to the knowledge base.
okay.
Yep.
And what I did with Holly hooked me up with a girl that sort of tweaks blogs and makes Google happy. And so I've been basically just mirror imaging, not using the YouTube video. I'm making my own YouTube video for what is in the knowledge base and creating my own knowledge base, because then it'll have my Pagewheel links in it.
Yep.
So that makes it easy because you guys are doing the heavy lifting for us.
Yep. Beth, so April does affiliate stuff for Pagewheel. And so, yes, any of the things that if you're, I don't know if you're doing that or not, but just because people watch this video later, it's like, yes, any of the funnels that we share are yours to take and use, make as your own. Any of the stuff, it's like, have at it. And if you're just getting started with it, we do have some resources for affiliates.
Yeah, just so they'll have something to go by. When I share something like that, I do share my Pagewheel affiliate link rather than here's a spot that's one of my 10, because I only have 4 left. And so what I've decided to do is let them, if they want to not interact at all and just sign up, they can open a Pagewheel account with you guys with my affiliate link. And then I open up a conversation with them. Hey, how's this working? Would you like more, directed help? Like, then at that point, find out if they want to actually the next month switch over and be in one of my memberships.
Yep.
Because a lot of times people really, if I say to them, would you like to show this to other people and earn? Then I can upsell them the enterprise level, and that earns me $30 a month.
That's awesome. All adds up. Okay, Beth, I'm going to put a couple resources in the chat here that I regularly put in here. So this first one, this is like, say you're planning your bigger product launches. This is just how to really effectively use Pagewheel around your schedule and stuff. So launches where you're going to be doing a little more pre-launch activity and product development possibly. And then around that, it's like, then there would be hold on, my mouse is dragging. Then around that, your social media content and your email marketing. And so the knowledge base is our blog, and that's where we have the recorded videos there. There's step-by-step instructions that all go together. So if you don't have to jump around. The YouTube video is embedded into the knowledge base post, so it's there too, but it's also all written out and has the links to the funnels and everything. So the knowledge base post really kind of holds on to everything. And then we took a step back on digital product ideas. We also have that Amazon one I put in earlier, put in first. We have Amazon people who are doing physical products. And then today, this is going back to, we're really kind of keeping it basic for the Monday office hours. People who are just starting out, let me show you, this is just more in the, so we talked about products. So this is just a lead magnet thing. I want to show you, it's kind of more of a resource for you guys at this point, rather than an actual example, because we like to build the examples on the fly here. So let me just show you guys this really quick. So basically the idea behind this is just ideas for you. So here, the winning formulas, these are like niche agnostic, just perennial effective lead magnets that convert really, really well. So there's about 10 ideas that are done like that. Then there are the frameworks, the way to deliver them, right? Are you going to do a webinar? Are you going to do an ebook? Are you going to do a swipe file or templates or something like that? There's all kinds of different ways to deliver it. And then the last section, the biggest one, is now we're getting down into actual ideas for a bunch of different niches. If you're really just, I just need an idea, right? Now, all of these things, interestingly, you don't, this is getting away from doing stuff manually is the whole point of Pagewheel and how we do things. So this is for you. And then any one of these things, you could just take it and run with it with Pagewheel. Now, what we showed last time we actually dove into copy packs a lot.
Hey, Janine, can I jump in real quick? And
Yeah, go
that
for it.
document you were just looking at, was that the lead magnet library? That one?
Yep, that's the actual one that I just put into chat.
The lead magnet library. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so the yeah, and then there's it's like I always go through the whole process. So Beth, so going back to like if you're new to Pagewheel, it's like you start here at your dashboard, and there's two halves of it. There's where you can create a digital product, or even just with that not create a digital product, but the sales page, delivery page, and delivery email part. And then that's where you're going to spend a little bit of your time to make the thing. And then you're going to spend most of your time over on the copy packs half, which is creating all your promotional assets. So with this, I went ahead and created this just for us to have something to work around today if somebody didn't want to volunteer as tribute for a lead magnet. But to go, when you're creating a new, sorry guys, I'm totally stuttering. Those links, okay, I went ahead and created the website and the share funnel. So if you use the share funnel link, have your Pagewheel account open in one tab, copy paste that into another tab, and it will populate this whole thing, that PDF and the sales, the whole website that goes with it into your Pagewheel account. So you'll just have it instantaneously and you can change it however you want. So it'll just be there. From your dashboard, once you've made something, it's like you don't have to, oh, that didn't update. Oh no, this is back to my account. So all these links I gave you are actually out of our main Pagewheel account, not my personal account. We're looking at my personal account right now. So, but let's just roll through it. So does somebody have something they actually want to make today? Or did you get a chance to download, look at that PDF really quick and shout one out? Beth, you have dibsies because you're a new face.
Well, let me just tell you, I've been around a while, but life happens. So I feel like I'm starting all over because I'm just like, life, y'all, it's been lifing.
Real
Yeah.
every day.
You know how that goes. So I feel like I'm starting back at square one, and it's the pits. So that's why I'm here. So I just want to throw that out there.
That's awesome because this is the beginner day. So and lots of people are starting, it's their first time or regrouping or, and Beth, that's super common. And a lot of people are not brave enough to say it, but it happens all the time, right? And twice on Mondays. So
yeah.
What is your niche? Or do you have one?
I do. I help local business people that I do a lot of in-person networking with, I help them with their social media.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've been doing some in-person things, and that's why I've been focused on that, because people are calling me to come and speak to their groups. So I've been doing a lot of that, but now I want to have something that I can offer them. And that's where I'm stuck. I'm just, because of, everything, like I said, life and all that. And I just, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at this and use it. Let's see. I need to share my. We need more screen room. Okay. So let me just pull this out to give you an example. Now, it's funny because I'm the daughter of a plumber, so I often think of the local business and tradespeople. And last week, Stephanie was here, and she does the same thing for local businesses. She does social media management. So in this example, there's, I think it was mostly on, so there's a real estate agent. And the other things are more for consumers, not business. So there's, gardening and painting and gaming and fitness and nutrition and stuff like that. But that's okay. So, but you see that. So here's one example of a local person, but we can just go ahead and do this for you. So we're going to do that. So you want to go to create a digital product. And I would like to point out that we still, even though AI is awesome, and I'm totally going to demonstrate that, I just want to mention, don't forget, we have this little ready to edit products section, and there's a whole lot of already done for you things that you can mix and match or use for inspiration or whatever. So Beth, you can always go in there and just do a couple search words. But I'm going to go with, here, let's just take a look at that really quick. Because if you're going for ideas, and that was my point of this particular one, is to help people with ideas. If you go in here and look for lead magnets, there are several different batches in here to help you out, how to make one, different frameworks, and just a little more of a workbook on it. And then this fast track lead magnets is the one that we're looking at because it's got actual topics in there. So you would go in here if there's anything in here that you like. Or Beth, when you're making one from scratch, we're going to look at the AI pages, but if there's a layout that's not there, you can look in here and then totally edit all the text and use that page. So I'm just going to pick one. Well, that one's really long. Let's not pick a long one. We'll do it's just 2 pages because I'm going to take those pages out. But you can pick up to 6 batches and then just follow the workflow. And the idea behind the workflow is really to get you all the way to published and done as quickly as possible. So in some steps, we don't have infinite fonts and things like that. So we try to close off some rabbit holes and keep things moving.
Janine, how did you get that to say real estate agent? Is that something that you made already? I need to go grab that.
I made the links, and that's the link in the Zoom chat, so you can grab it right now. And
Okay.
yeah, I made these pages for you guys as an example. So, and I know, and here's the thing, because here's why, right? Is some people, so these first pages, these winning formulas are fill in the blank, right? How to do, and with the focus, our marketing mind that we need to develop, right? Our marketing muscle is the how to write good ones. And it's about putting yourself in your people's shoes and what is that end goal that they want, right? So you'll see a lot of desired outcome, desired result, achieve a goal, right? It's the point is not to spend 5 days doing a challenge because nobody has time for anything. But the goal is to have this cool thing change in your life, then they'll make the time, right? So it's just a better way of looking at it. So the first couple pages are just so it's niche agnostic because obviously I can't do every single one there is. These are just different frameworks. So some are more appropriate to one topic than another or easier to make. And all of these things you can do in Pagewheel. And then we just started then April after that, they're just different topics. So
Got it. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, that's
so
perfect. Yeah.
and some people, when you're stuck in a creative, sometimes it helps you to look at something different and go,
Yeah.
oh, but I don't do this, but I could put my twist on it or my niche in it. And other
Sure.
people, it's a block where they look at it and it's like, that's not me, that's not me, that's not me. And if that's you, then
Yeah.
that's where the AI page builder is really helpful. So you can put exactly what you do and let it start putting stuff out there for you. So it works both ways. So, okay. So Beth, the base colors are for your text. The accent colors would be for your brand. Every time I make one for you guys, I do a different thing that I pick off of a color site with trending color palettes. So don't judge me. I don't, but for yours, you can just click on any of these. So we have a bunch that are already in there. There's some that I made. If you have your own brand colors, you click on any one of them, it doesn't matter, and do add custom colors. And here you can click on each one and change it to your own color palette.
That's awesome.
Yep. And once you've done that, it will save it. So you don't have to do that every time. I'm just going to go back to this one that I had. Okay, and this page is not necessarily going to be in your book unless you chose it. This is just an example to show you the colors on the page. And then you pick the font that you want. Looks good next. You can go back and change this later. Everything on the internet is changeable, and we'll talk about that. But it's like, so just pick something and go with it and don't overthink it. We really want to just keep on going all the way till it's done. Okay. So this just created, wow, new titles. We're gonna find a bug day. Okay. Let me I don't like how long that is, so I'm gonna edit it. If I want it to try entire new names, this little prompt, the A with the little arrow going around it, that's the AI regenerate icon. So you can always click on there, whether you want a new title, if you just want, or just a new subtitle that's gonna riff off of what your title is. Now you can also upload PDFs. So you can mix and match pre-made stuff, you can mix and match AI stuff, PDFs that you already have. If you have a cover that you made in Canva or something else, you can just click no cover here and then it won't add one. But we have a big selection of covers that you can just go through and pick one that you like. And then down here, the product mock-up, this is the cover on the book or clipboard or iPad. This is what's going to show up on the sales page in the actual mock-up. So that's what this section is for. And then once you've made all your selections there, you just click looks good next. Oh, that's why it had the different title. We're creating a new one. I'm looking at the old one and thinking the new one. Okay, so here we are with this. Now so you're doing local business stuff and we're going to go, okay, well, we don't really need any of those pages actually. I just wanted to show you those batches in there in that library. We're going to go, so add a batch will take you back to that library. Add a PDF, you can upload something, and then add a page. We'll do that in a second, but I just want to walk you through here of, in particular, you can save a page. So an About Me page is a really good one to make and then save because you're going to use that in all of your products. Once you've saved it, the folder is how you find it again when you make that next one. And then when we get to working on the product, the grid view is where you can rearrange the pages, rearrange the order of them, not the cover because it goes in front. And then in this carousel view, when you select one, you can, if you want to reuse that page layout, you can copy the page. If there's one in here you don't like, you can delete it. So that's what I meant by you can go to that library and look for other page layouts. And if there's something you like, you can throw it in there. But, and then AI, so here's the about me page. You can only do one about me page, because it's going to pull the photo from that and automatically put it into your sales page and repopulate that stuff. But they're also just straight photo pages, right? So those are distinctly different in how they're used in Pagewheel. And then different types of pages. So we're going to go to, so you're doing local social media for local businesses. So let's try a checklist, see what happens. Because they're already, well, you can tell me, what do they ask you the most about actually?
They ask, gosh, the first thing that pops into my mind is a lot of them, they don't even know how to navigate. Let's say it's Facebook, for example. So that's a big one. Of course, content. What do I post? How often do I post? Those kinds of things. I'm trying to think. That's the main thing. Do I have to do a video? Do I have to show my face? You know, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Excuse me.
Just off the top of my head.
Let me let my employee of the month out. All right. So you're fine. So your audience generally, they feel
they're almost like beginners. They're almost like, yeah, what do I do? I mean, I keep hearing I need to do this, but I don't know how. I don't know where to start. I don't know. So yeah, they're like beginners. And yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's interesting. So, and what do you ever, this is something we talked about last week, with the same kind of audience, is like, I see the difficult part of the conversation is always when we start talking about money, right? Mm-hmm. And the whole, what is their, but the like, how do you start that and how do you end it? So it's like, it might be interesting to do a lead magnet that's around the like marketing, just how to do a marketing budget for a small business.
Okay.
Right? Because they always ask, they don't, or they're ashamed to ask. It's like they know they need it, they have no idea how much it is, and they're afraid they're going to get ripped off and not see any return on their money, right? Mm-hmm. So those are all kinds of potential things to address. So, but I'll show you some things in copy packs around that too that we went through last time, or new people will see it. So let's see. So we're just going to do 12 things to do. All right. So let's pick that one. And see what happens. So they're not going to make a lead magnet. That just drew that in because that was the batch that I had selected. But up here is basically where you can put what is your thing about. And plain language is better. So we're just going to say social media marketing for small business and see what happens. And then I just, for a second, I almost put it in there. It's like, if it's not the answers you want, then you can start getting more specific of like beginning social media marketing for small business, or social media for local businesses or something, and just change one word at a time and see if it's, giving you the better response that you want. So update their social media profiles regularly. Host contests, offer promotion, share user generated, but this doesn't, so update social media profiles. So this may not be getting beginner enough, right, for them. It's assuming that they have some and just telling them how to refine it. So I would go in there and I would try some other qualifiers to dig into that, right? And I'm going to go ahead and delete these other ones because it's not what we're doing. The other thing is like how to hire a social media manager, right? And if you're sitting there telling them all the scammy things to look out for, or the kind of things they should be expecting, then that tells them you're not all those things, or you wouldn't be saying that, right? And positions you as an expert, and that you are actually want to help them, whether they use you or someone else. It's like your intent is that nobody likes getting ripped off, right? Or misunderstanding what they're purchasing. And it sets expectations, and it also opens the door for them to be able to ask more questions, right? Okay, so so that's how you use the AI part of this. And you don't even have to change these words if it's pretty close, but you're like, I'm not sure. I would, because of the way this works, it's like, sorry guys, my mouse is just not working today. I would copy the page to save that other output if you're like, it's okay, but I just want to see what else it'll do. And so now we have 2 of them, and I'm going to rerun the AI in there just to see what else it does differently. And then another way, Beth, around the it's like, I know the question is always, especially for startup businesses, or if they just took one over, it's like the budget is just huge. And of course you can't tell them, you can't make promises on revenue, right, of what they're going to get. But you can at least set their expectations, right, on what kind of service they're going to get for their money, right? Because there's the people just blindly plugging things in. Last time we talked about the analytics. It's like they're assuming most of them are in a place of they're used to doing everything themselves, right? But that's not necessarily going to help them because you're an expert and they're not. And it's better for them to pay you to do it, and they'll get better results. So just all those things. It's like you're there to help them. Yeah. And this, guys, even a marketing thing. It's like when you're having these conversations with someone, if you're, when you're talking to them and start using language like, hey, this is what we have to do, this is what we do. We're on this, and use the we're on the same team, not the, hey, you need to do that. It makes a difference. It's a subtle change, but it does. And it positions you as, hey, we're on the same team. I'm on your side, before you've even gotten started. Okay, so this is just, you can see an example of how it changed it. It's still define your target audience, create engaging content. I mean, I don't know. Now there is another approach. I'm going to put beginner on here, but there's another approach that some people take when it's something that's totally out of the person's wheelhouse. It's also kind of positioning what you're showing them of the how overcomplicated it is. Not overcomplicated, but the complexity involved of what, so they have a better idea of what you're really taking off of their plate, right? So they value your services, because sometimes they'll just, it's almost too short, where they're like, I'm just going to give you some money, just take this off my plate. And then they walk away like you got it. And then they don't participate as a client. And then you end up with a poor outcome, and they're mad because it's your fault, they think. So just things to watch out for. So did I do this for the beginning one? So anyway, so that's how you use the AI pages. And this is just giving a warning that this is pushing down there and be like, okay, well, that's because this line went too far. So I need to do a little editing and get it back up above the bottom margin. So it's just trying to help me out with not having things run off the page. So let's say we've got all the pages we want on here. We're going to say, looks good next, to save it. And then here's just a last chance to like flip through your book and see what it looks like. This is just carousel view. We just have those 2 pages for the sake of this example. And then we're going to say approved, publish the product, because so far it's just been saving your work in draft form. Publishing it is where you're going to get that final PDF version like this product over here. And And for some people who are just making something for their Facebook group or something like that, this may be all you need, and you don't need to press on. You don't have to do the website that is connected to. If you just want a PDF, you can just, here's the link, download it now. And there it is. And you can just copy the link, or you can grab it from your Pagewheel dashboard. And we're going to keep going through the workflow. So now we're moving on to create my website. But just if you ever want to edit your PDF after you've published it, you just go through the workflow again from your dashboard, but you have to take it all the way to the end and republish it. Just if you change it in the editor, it's like a draft change and it's not live until you republish it. So you can make changes, but you want to go all the way through. And that applies to the website as well. For the offer page and the delivery page, you will see, we'll get to the very end and it'll say publish my website. Now it's live. If you go back to make changes, you want to make your changes and then just keep looks good next through the workflow until you republish it, and then it'll apply those changes to your sales page and your delivery page. Okay, so once you're here, it's got some quick edit features, just color combinations. Ooh, that orange hurt my eyes. So like this one, it's like in general, you'd probably are like, no, that's not okay because, oh, that's so bright. Because buttons should be a happy, active color, right? But oh, now you can't see it. So, and I'm clicking on the text here to bring up this section editor. I was trying to change that. To change the colors. So just click on some text and you'll see, yeah, this tab is moving with the section. And everything you need is in the basic sales page. You can also, if you want to create a longer sales page, we have more sections. Or if you want to add something like just a video sales letter so they can see you and hear you talking, you can go over here, and these are video photo sections. Hit this toggle switch to get video sections. You have to host your video on your YouTube channel, and then this is designed to you just have to plug in your YouTube link for that video. So you always want to read through, preferably out loud. Make sure that it's in the way that you speak and sound, so it matches you. If there might have only had 2 pages, but the mock-up would show more pages if your product has more. So that looks a little silly like that, I think. Honestly, if you're doing a 1-page checklist, personally, I would not put a cover on it unless, depending, if I'm trying to do a quick and dirty, just a checklist, it's like for a 1-pager, I don't necessarily add my about me page and all that. I mean, you can, and a lot of people do. I haven't tested them to have any data on the difference. I just personally feel like when I just want that one thing, when I'm the user and I just want the checklist and it's 1 page, I don't need anything more than that. And that's just kind of, subjective. But okay, when we get down here to the opt-in form, you don't have to take their phone number. This little eyeball, it will hide it. So you have some people don't want that much information, and then they're going to sign up. Or if it's a product that you're selling, you can come up here. We have some just prices in there, or you can put anything you want in there for a product that you're selling. When you've got it all the way you want, if you're selling a product, you can connect, we'll get into, in your account settings, we connect to Stripe automatically. You're connecting your Stripe account. We don't manage any money like that. We just can have a convenient way for you to connect the two, and then it's all automatically done. And if you don't have that connected, it'll give you a warning when you try to make a sales page. So you go, looks good next when it's the way you want it. And this is the delivery page. And so we have some automatic sections in there. Anything that's related to the product is automatically connected. So the link is there. When they click on this for the live page, they're going to get their link. This community one, Rachel's expertise and how she's built multi-seven-figure businesses for herself and for hundreds of other people, is around the idea of community relationships and Facebook groups in particular. And so this is in here to encourage that building of a community, right? And nurturing your relationships so you're with them along their customer journey. But in this section, you can change this text and this button and the button link to anything you want, or you can always hit that eyeball and just hide this section. So anything on here you can use as is, don't use, edit, but anything involving the product you made is automatically connected already, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, and let's say we read through it again and we think it's awesome, or we make some changes. Metadata, here's what it's going to look like. If you're going to post it on Facebook, there's an image attached. You can hit those little arrows and rotate through. There's some image choices for you. You can fix the copy on here if you want it to say something else. For pixels, you can paste in, it accepts Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, and the Pinterest Pixel. If you have any other pixel you want in there, we just have to do it on a case-by-case basis. So you can just hop on chat down here and let us know, and we'll get our developers helping you out if you have a specific need. That's not one of those three. Okay, then you hit looks good next.
Hey, Janine, there was a couple of questions in the chat.
Oh.
I don't know if you see them.
Nope, I can never see the chat. Hey, okay. Would you like to volunteer to read some questions?
Certainly. I'm gonna go at the bottom first. Melanie,
Okay.
am I able to save from the links that were shared in these sessions? But where do I find the other templates? Does that make sense?
No, are you talking about the links that I put into the chat?
No, those work for me. It's just anything that isn't necessarily shared in the help sessions. Where do I find those?
The library. She's wanting to know to get things out of the library, how to add.
Thank you. That's it.
Wait, one more time. I'm confused on, wait, ask the question one more time.
The batch. She wants to know how to add like pages from a batch, or add a page that isn't in
Okay.
already
Okay,
bought.
that library? Okay. I'm going to come back to that one, Melanie.
That's fine.
Okay, we're almost done, and then we'll get to it. So this is the email, the delivery email. So Pagewheel's not an email service provider as far as like newsletters and things like that. But again, these links in here are automatically connected to your product. So you just go in here and edit whatever you want to in here, make sure it sounds like you, and then and that's this is what makes it live. Publish my website and email. We're going to get right back to that, Melanie. And then now here's that same link to your product and the links to your sales and delivery page. You can open them so you can see, woo, it's live now. It's amazing. And then if you, go ahead and did I hit publish? Yes, I did. So that's the publish. I was saying you have to go all the way through again. And then the first time you go through, now it automatically flipped us over to the copy packs, because once your site is live, now it's time to promote it. And we're just going to push you right into it, right? Okay. So now let's go back a little and answer these questions. So you can always go back to your dashboard, clicking on the Pagewheel logo. And so, Melanie, whether you're starting from a new product or you want to add them to an old one, you can still get there, okay? So if we're going to go to the product builder, ready to edit products is if you know you want to go to that library first. If you're not sure and you know you want to use AI, or you know you have PDF pages already that you're going to add, any one of these three things, you can start at any one of these three, and you can still do any one of these three once you're in the editor. Okay, so you don't have to sweat over which, just go for it. So if I were to pick, well, here, let's just go straight to it and I'll show you. So is this the library you were talking about? Well, give it a second.
It might be, because I know that there are things shared because I usually have a conflict for these help sessions with a class, but it
Mhm.
was canceled today after we had a little short discussion, so I hopped in. But the links that are shared in the chats here I can find.
Yep.
But it's just I know that there are always new things that are coming out. I just don't know where to find them.
Oh, okay. So these are okay. So I think you may be talking about the knowledge base.
That
So
may be where they are.
mhm, this
That's
is
what I
where
needed to know.
that's probably what you want. So if we go to the blog, then you'll see like here's some of those links that I gave you, right? The social content, the annual plan, how to make a 5-day challenge, and then there's the Amazon product funnel. And then when we're in there, so here's just so the general format of these is like, well, here's the recording from our office hours when we went over it for people who like that format. But also I've just written the whole tutorial.
Oh,
Just
wonderful.
it's all written out. And then there's the examples and of the product that is like it's kind of an inception thing. It's like I'm making a product to help you make the things. And so you have examples because there's a lot of people that are teaching their people how to do these things for our B2B people. When you get to the bottom, um, there's more links to these things. And let's see, where did I put and the workbook should be at the bottom, and I see that it's not. So not a bug, just a Janine mistake. But that's what within these, if there's a share funnel for it or a PDF, if there's a PDF, there's a share funnel for it because I just do the whole thing if I'm going to do one. And I thought I had done one for this one. I have them all listed at the bottom so you can find the links to them and then share them to your account.
Okay. Thank you. Because I'm in the Facebook group. I need to remember to check it more often. But you said this is on a blog.
Yep. And here, let me get the link and put it in the chat.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much in so many places.
Yeah. And the knowledge base is where we try to just, it's like there's a lot of spontaneous answering of questions and random doing things here. So it's a little bit after the fact of like, okay, well, this is what we talked about. Now I got to go turn around and make a blog post and a thing. Though I try to have something pre-made for you guys in case there's not a spontaneous instant, thing to work off of. But yep, so I just added the link to the knowledge base in the blog, and I should be doing that automatically every time.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. And for anybody who doesn't know, in the chat, the 3 dots at the top, if you click on that, then at the end of the session, I'd wait till the end, then you get all the goodies. You can save the entire chat as a reference. So if you feel like it's going by too fast or you can't find that thing you saw, but you're trying to pay attention, you can just download the whole thing later or down the whole thing at the end and capture
Just
it.
a PS to that, it only starts from the point you join the meeting. So anything that was shared before doesn't show up. And so, but I asked someone if they would kindly share it with me because Nikki said you shared a lot of links early on before I got here.
Okay. Yep, I can do here. Let's just do that really quickly in case. So these are the links. There's some of these that I'm sharing every time. So probably you've seen them before in the past. But for our Amazon people, how to do an Amazon funnel, and then there was for basically planning. Especially if you're new at this, you're like all these things, and how do I manage my time? Right, is like, okay, start with planning your year. Doesn't matter that it's not the beginning of the year, just roll with it. But the idea that you're going to need a little more time for developing your bigger products or service packages, a little more teasing and pre-launch activity. There's just the bigger things take a little more time. And then your other lead magnets and just audience engagement and education activities are going to get sprinkled in around those. So you want to do that first. And those key activities, of course, are first those launches because you got to launch something to sell something. And and then sprinkling in your audience growing. That's your lead generation. So you have people to promote things to, and then lead nurture, where, you know, it's like, hey, they might be interested in you and your area of expertise, but the specific thing you happen to be selling in that moment isn't exactly what they need, but they might need it later. They might need something related that you do. You want to definitely grow your email list and nurture the people with that. So email activity is a fundamental. And that's really, so for anybody just getting started, it's like, those are the core things to do. Always build your email list because you own it, in case things happen on social media platforms all the time. And then, so you want to bring people in, that's your social media. You want to get them to know you, like you, and trust you. That's both an overlap of social media, then into your email newsletter. And then you want to help them solve their problems, and that's how you make money, when they thank you for that. So that's your launching of your products, and also you're selling to them through your email list. So there's overlap. And then we took a step back of just, hey, if you're starting out and you're just at the point, if you want to do something, but you don't even know what, we did this how to find the perfect digital product idea. And I'll review that a little bit in just a second. We'll look at copy packs.
And then before you leave, also, sorry, Janine, I just want to make sure Matt asked a question way early on about the web page and sales page event, some changes that happened there. So before you close out, would you make sure you can get her question?
Okay, let's see, where's that question?
It's above Melon.
Oh yeah, okay. Maddie, you brought up something I was talking to Holly about this morning. So I've been really doing these examples around digital products to show people that workflow, but you are correct. That's not the only thing out there, or you might do that in conjunction with something else. So I'm gonna go back to the dashboard, and let's just mess around with that one we just made. So there's going directly to go to the web page builder and skipping the digital product thing entirely. That's what this is. So
Yes,
is
you have to. Sorry, Janine. So you have the option to create a web page or a sales page for a workshop, okay? But my question is it possible to do the same thing but for an event? So for a
Yes.
non-digital product. I mean, I have a friend who has a restaurant, and sometimes they have like events. And is there something that I can make for him? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so let's go. We have this website made.
I mean, I think Holly mentioned something that you're working on it, but I don't know if it's.
Let's look at this. So up here do you see this part? So this is what step number, see where it says digital product? There's a drop-down menu here, and these are different sales pages we have.
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, nobody can see it. Thank you. It's a group effort here. Okay, so here we are on the sales page editor. Okay, so it's step 4. We've made the digital product or gone directly to this. And up here in this drop down are the different types of sales pages. So the digital product, short and sweet, and lead magnet, those are all very closely related. But here the much more different kinds. So a coaching call, right? Where that is going to go to your calendar. And then we have an event one on here. Oh, so here's where you might put so that's more personal brand stuff usually. So it's already got the video in there. And the wording is different. There's also, let's see, the closest thing that would help you would be, so a live workshop.
Yes, I tried the workshop, but it's not totally what I can use for an event.
What? Okay. So let's see. Let's ask you some questions and see if we can't make a better one for you. So this is where you can put the name of the event, right? The date, the time. And so the issue is that it's just giving them URLs for online things and not giving them a location, right? Is that the deal? Okay, so that means we need to make another one of these. Community's not going to have it either, is it? Okay. All right, Maddie, we take requests. So event. So event, a local event with an address instead of URL. Okay. I am going to submit this request. So we'll see. I can't make any promises how long it will take, but you're correct that it doesn't have that capability and it should. So.
Yes, I mean, I tried to make one, and I could only put like time and the place online and things like that, but it's not online. It's a certain date, and then people can book or put in the names, and we have a list of people who are interested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So I guess if they're already, I mean, just to try to hack it in the meantime, it's like if they are, say, announcing it on a Facebook page and you want to use a website for people who aren't going to see them on Facebook because they're not using Facebook, then you could say use that and just send it to the Facebook page for now. But yeah,
I'm using the copy packs to promote on social media and everything, but this would be really nice to put it as well.
No, we need to have it done. That's a distinct thing, and we should have an option for that. So, a local, I would call it a local event. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry we don't have it right now, but we'll get to work on it for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Awesome. Okay, and so I know it's noon, but let me just mention really quickly. So this is back to you, Beth, and our people just getting started out. So the other half of Pagewheel is copy packs. And over here, this is taking me back to where I left off. But if you're looking for like starting out and this is where I would tell you to start out if you were asking me. Go to copy pack before you even make something. Come over here to business branding and select my avatar and the head and heart objections and the head and heart solutions. And then, I went out of order. Number 1, tell us about your product or program. In the hint here, it's the weight loss program for female food addicts. Here you want to put, social media management for local businesses. Let's just try that. For local business owners.
This is perfect. I've got a potential person looking at Pagewheel that does exactly that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the local businesses need it so bad and they really don't have time, but I'm telling you, they really are nervous about the budgeting. So the idea here is, the best content to attract your audience and have them think you're going to do a great job for them is basically getting in their head and using the words that they use. So you want to make sure that this is going to help you. Like, what are they looking for? How does it make them feel? I mean, some of them are just straight up, I just want to make more money. But other ones that, it's like the love languages, right? There's also the status. There's the giving back to the community. There's there's more than just, I want to make $1 in their head because they're people. And so that can, and you can get some direct ideas, or else it just kind of starts getting you oriented. If you're stuck on, I don't know how do I make an avatar if I don't know who my person is yet, for the super beginners, it's like, start here. This will start filling it in and giving you a better idea. And then what are the issues that they have? What is the problem that you're going to help them solve? And why do they say no to it? It's like they know they need social media, but what's holding them back, right, this whole time? And so there's the emotional reasons why you say no, and then there's the logical reasons you say no. So like the emotional reason we talked about, touched on one of like, hey, they're worried about getting ripped off, right? And then a logical reason is, well, I don't know if do I have enough money? Just straight up, that's just a fact, right? Either I do or I don't, depending on what it is. So these are reasons they say no, and all of this can be used for social media content, not just getting you oriented on them, but literally these are content pieces or topics you can turn around and use in AI, or turn around and use in copy packs and drill down on each of these. And then the head and heart solutions are, it's like, well, what are the answers? Why do they say yes, right? And they say no before they say yes. So you have to address those objections. And as far as your social media goes, it's like whether they're seeing something about that's focusing on the no part or the yes part, somewhere in there, they're just going to be like, oh, she gets it. That's the whole idea behind that. And it positions you again as the expert, and you understand what they're coming from, what they need, and therefore you're going to do a great job for them. They need you and not the 5 other people that are spamming their email boxes, right? Yeah. So that's where I would start on copy packs. And then I'm not going to get into all the different details, but start there. And then just notice here on the content packs, social content will help you start creating the social content. The email marketing will help you start writing the emails, right? So we have all of those things to help you there. Okay.
I'm putting in a plug for the emails.
Mm-hmm.
Deanna has been using Pagewheel and then taking exactly what Pagewheel says, like here's the email, and she'll ask me like a week prior or whatever it is, 10 days prior, or whatever she's doing the emails for me. She does them Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so she takes the email, and this is also something I guess to ask, because most of my business is faith-based. And so she's saying, okay, she's doing an email to maybe promote the 90-day Chaos Crusher lead magnet, why people would want to download it and that kind of thing. And that's, maybe the Monday, Wednesday, Friday focus that week. So each week we focus on a different lead magnet, and people are just like, I'm getting new leads every day. And so then she'll take the email that Pagewheel wrote and put it into chat and say, make this email a little bit more faith-based. And then chat will produce a little bit more faith-based email, and even sometimes insert verses. And then she'll take that, and that's my email. So I don't even know if that's a possibility in Pagewheel, but
you can change that prompt, right? On the who it's for.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, change the prompt. Yeah. And so but my email open rate has gone up to almost 41%.
That's amazing.
And it's staying there, it's hovering around there. Like that's insane.
That is really, really good. That's awesome.
And I get the email now that don't y'all love the new email? It says you have a lead. So I love the new emails.
Melanie left her note taker here. Okay. I think she got those leads. Well,
yeah, I did. You're still here.
Okay, I was looking at your note taker, not all the way over the. Okay, did you still need the chat downloaded before we?
Nope, I got it. Thank you so much.
Got everything? Okay, cool. All right. Anybody else have any questions that I missed in the chat, or last minute questions? Nikki has a question.
So these are just quick updates. I got to go back and find, this is for like when you were done doing your demos. I have a gal in Lebanon that is asking, she's a longtime peer of mine. Is there a list somewhere where I can see what all the languages are that Pagewheel covers?
Yes.
I remember you guys talking about it, but I don't know where it's at.
So it's over on the copy pack side. So if we go back to the copy packs dashboard, or right here, choose the language.
Oh, duh. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, I just wanted to be able to show her what those are. I think we're going to demo this next week.
Nikki,
So.
your duh is cracking me up. There was a commercial that swing by, just like went really quick the other day. It was that show Cops, which I didn't even know was still on, by the way. But the cop puts the camera in this dude's face and he goes, "Are you on drugs?" And the dude goes, "Duh."
That's funny.
Like, of
That's
course
funny because I
am.
always say, like, I'm too dumb to be a criminal. Really, I couldn't be. I would be just like, huh? Anyway. And then my other question was, and you're probably going to hate me because I ask this every time, but any update on customized URLs? I have my, I'm getting ready to, I'm putting together all my marketing stuff, going to launch everything in April. The Growth Club is almost done, but I would love to attach that. My big group, I already put that in a different place. So it's under thriving-beyond-the-9to-5.com, but I would love to be able to connect my Pagewheel sales page to the Growth Club for coaches and consultants instead of, I mean, I know I can highlight it and do a link and all of that stuff, but
So it's not finished, but it is part of this, our current batch of things that we're working on. So image editing took a little longer, but that's getting a lot more smoother and is pretty awesome. Recurring payments, we just need to do a little we think that's done, but we haven't 100,000 live tested it, which is going to happen today or tomorrow. And custom domains, I know our backend guy, I think I got his part done, and it's, so it's still in progress because those other things, but it's actively part of our current batch of new features to roll.
So what
good deal, good deal. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hook all that up. So
yay, it's getting closer. But yeah, do keep asking because you know how it goes. If I say, whether I say it's this Tuesday or September, it's going to change, right? So
Did you say something about Etsy?
I did not. I said recurring payments we're at the final testing for that.
Like someone somebody doing a subscription or something?
Yeah, or a membership or something.
Membership. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
or
Oh, cool.
yeah, just recurring monthly payments for however you're using it. And what was the other thing I said? Oh, just the within the text, when you're inserting an image in the middle of text, that editing, there was a lot of needing to refine the editing, the ability to move them around and the text moving around it and resize it and all that stuff. And we think we're pretty close to having that wrapped up. Yeah. Yay.
good deal. I do notice every time I go in, it seems like at least either I'm getting smarter or it's getting better or both, because every time I'm in it, I'm like April, like the emails are better. The way that I couldn't get my picture to work and then I go back in a week later and all of a sudden the picture, I don't know. It just seems like you guys must be really busy. I love it.
We're really busy. We want it to work. We want it to work. That's what it's for, right? And I tell you what, there's nothing more sarcastically fun than coming into office hours and running into bugs, right? And we use it too. It's like, we have the same aggravations you guys do. It's like, we want it to work. We want it to be simple. We want it to be fast. We want it to be smooth. Sometimes when we do something new, it breaks something old, and then we're beating our head against the monitor right along with you. But yeah, I mean, those guys are rolling stuff out just week after week. They're a pretty impressive, tiny, powerful team. But I'm glad you're noticing it, because
yes, absolutely
getting better. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
I'm happy to be a guinea pig. If you need another guinea pig, The problem of my being a guinea pig though is that I have not yet launched the group, so I don't have people to test it on. But if you want a new small membership, a growing, I'll be your guinea pig on it.
Well, and we'd love to hear, to have the case studies and stuff, to hear how it goes. And that definitely, it's like anything you're doing that's new or you find out that you're willing to share, please do, especially in the Facebook group.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. As a matter of fact, I just was kind of looking at my groups. The marketing's coming together, the sales pages are coming together. And so I'm really excited to now start promoting it. So my goal is this one group, I want to get to 50 people by August. So we'll see.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I know I can do it, and I believe in me too. I'm just excited.
Is it a Facebook group, Nikki?
Pardon me?
It's a Facebook group? Or
It
WhatsApp
will
or what?
be.
Okay.
It will be, yeah. It'll be a Facebook group where it's called the Growth Club for Coaches and Consultants. And so it'll include Pagewheel, a private group, but I'm going to limit it to 50 seats so that part of the promotion is to keep it, they're not a number, This isn't going to be a big group. It's going to be small so we can support each other.
Yeah.
In a private community. I've done a lot of research on so much, and I still can't find anything. I don't love Facebook, but it just is the most functional right now.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like it either, but you're right. It's there. Where else are you going to have your own playground that you
Yeah.
I'm doing really good in school.
My other big one, the 997, a group, that one I have over on membership.io. But this little $97 a month one's just gonna hang out on Facebook.
Okay.
Lana, what were you saying?
I was just saying that I just started one a couple of weeks ago in school, and I'm doing really good.
Is your traffic? I'm
really enjoying it.
Yeah. Does your traffic come from within school?
Some of it has, and some of it has come from my email list. Some of it's come from my Facebook group. Some coming from my profile. Some coming from all the places that I'm promoting. Getting a
How much is school
variety.
costing you, Lana?
It's $99 a month.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have, but I have people that can come in my community and that can be a part of my community, and they're not having to deal with ads and
that's true.
They can come in and they can make they can do all kind, it's more of a community. It's not, I mean, my Facebook group, I'm sorry, my Facebook group is not, and I can do things in it like each week for the last couple of weeks I've started like a short story, and people have come in and they've added to the short story, and
that's cute.
I've got a lot of different engaging things going, and I've just started it for I've only been doing it like 2 or 3 weeks, so yeah, I've already got like almost 70 people, and I've got people that are connecting, and they don't have to deal with all the stuff that's on Facebook.
I know.
I just want to throw this out for the beginners, the people just starting out. It's like you want to go to what you only need to be on one channel. You don't need to do all the things. It's better to be focused. It's best to pick the one where your audience hangs out. You're not necessarily your audience, right? So keep that in mind. And then of course, when you're starting out, you're on a budget. You don't need all the bells and whistles. It's like I alluded to earlier, it's like Rachel built 7-figure businesses via Facebook groups. So it's like you don't have to. You may have like the nature of Lana's audience might be different than yours and the things you want to do. are different.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
You know, one
one
thing
Right,
that
right,
I,
for
yeah,
everybody.
right, because you have to, yeah, right, because you have to take into consideration what my group is and what I'm creating is a group of collaborators and people who want to collaborate together.
yeah,
And my community and the people I'm building are people that are going to be joining my partnership
Yeah.
for a monthly thing, so I can host them in my community and they can host their courses in my community. Mine's a whole totally different thing than just a community where they're just going to talk and everything. I'm going to provide courses and a whole bunch of stuff. So it's a little more detailed than just a Facebook group.
Well,
Sure. Yeah, for
it's
sure.
impressive what you're doing. I just don't want beginners to freak out that they need to do all these things.
Oh yeah, right. No.
Yeah.
you know, and Janine, one of the things that I always tell like new coaches too is if just because we're going to meet on Facebook, and this is when I did the corporate Facebook groups, I got a lot of pushback from corporate people to begin with because they're like, I don't even use Facebook. You know, I'm on LinkedIn, but like LinkedIn groups aren't great. And so I always told them, you know, I don't even have Facebook on my phone. I just don't because I don't want to be tied to it. Now, I might now with these new groups, but what I always told them is it's like how I access Pagewheel's groups and the agency groups. You know, I don't get in and just scroll Facebook. I don't even see the ads. You know, I just go in when I'm ready to do some agency work or Pagewheel work. I come into your pages, into your groups deliberately.
Yeah.
So there were a
Like
few
using the
coaches that,
internet, really. Yeah.
yeah. And so there were a few coaches that were like, well, I'm not even on Facebook. It's like, fine, let's put you on there, shut you down so that, you know, you don't get anything, you don't do anything. And then you can just go in and go to the group whenever you want to and use it as an access. And that seemed to work for corporate people to kind of get over that hump. But right now, Facebook's free and it works, and their group functionality is still pretty good. So,
Yep. Yep. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Thank you for that.
I
That's
think,
Yeah,
Lana,
and that's why
your
I'm like,
other group, that's more like how I use membership IO. I get when you're doing
Right.
something more collaborative, you need to have
right. And it's
bigger
not like I'm
place.
gonna, yeah, and it's not like I'm gonna quit my Facebook group because I'm not. I mean, I got people join my Facebook group all the time. So I mean, but I funnel them from my Facebook group into the community.
Yep. Yep. You just have a more mature business model and you know what your audience needs. That's awesome.
And I've had to move to something else. I've been doing this for I don't know how many freaking years, but this is working. So hey, and I finally, and I will have to say that I have finally figured out how I can use Pagewheel effectively, and I have been gaining time. I've been doing this for like 4 months, and I've been getting new subscribers to my Pagewheel, doing bundles. I've been getting loads of them, and so
Fantastic.
anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing done for you bundles to get you subscribers to your, and all you got to do is fill out this form. I'll put the stuff in the bundles. I'll do everything in the bundles. You're going to pay, of course. And but I'll get you all you got to do is you're going to fill out some information for me. And then the next thing you get from me are the emails that people download from your bundle that I put you in. I'm going to research the bundle, find you a good bundle. I'll create you a good book. And your name's going to be on it. I'll put it in the bundle. And then we just start getting you people to put into your, and I'll send you a CSV file that you can load to your email. I've already done it for 4 other people. Got them people to put in their email list, so I know it's a proven thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. That's great. I mean, I think I could hit the jackpot on this one.
Yay. All right. Well, it's Monday, guys. We got half a day left. Still do great things. So if there's no more questions, we'll call it a day. See you guys next week.
Thank you
Take
so
care,
much.
everybody.
Thank you.
Coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.